Hey everyone, how's it going? It is I, the real Randy Chavez. I decided to make this series. I was going to put all of them in one video, but I feel like that would be a very long video. And it's going to be which cryptos I think can do a 1000x from right here. That would mean if you put in $10,000, you could potentially have $10 million if you go in and cash out at exactly 1000x. Now, obviously, this is not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor, at least not to any of you guys. If you want to come in the fund, it's minimum 100K, shoot me a DM and we'll talk about it. But one of the things that I've decided to talk about, and they're a sponsor of the channel, is called Definity, and they have Definity Networks. So it is a hybrid DEX for institutions. Definity is a crypto-focused company offering institutional crypto trading on fiat on and off-ramp to institutions and crypto-native firms. It's a new venture by the team from DMA Link, who have been running a successful and rapidly scaling FX business since 2017. With major international banks as partners and over $1 trillion of completed transactions and daily volume of over $1 billion. Definity leverages blockchain technology for transparency and security while implementing high-frequency trading capabilities to meet institutional demands. The maximum trading size is 100 million and 500 million with algos. And I know what you're thinking. Well, Chavez, isn't foreign exchange, aren't those margins thinner than Kate Moss on a juice diet? And okay, fair point, but keep listening. Details of the existing business are as follows. Been trading since 2017. They have 40 live institutional clients, including 16 banks, over $1 trillion in FX trades completed, and over $1 billion daily volume, like I mentioned before. They are partnered with a Tier 1 European investment bank for crypto trading. Now, the public partners includes a couple of different banks: Commerce Bank, Nomura Bank, Danske Bank, Credit Agricole, CIB, CME Group, and Ibanera. Ibanera is known for something else, aren't they? And the exchanges right now are One Trading, formerly known as Bitpanda Pro. Now, I know what you're thinking. Well, Chavez, these types of things, like I'm into this industry. I know that some of the competitors are Fidelity, Digital Assets, Zodia, ICAP, and then One Trading. How are you guys partnered with them? Well, again, they were probably our biggest competitor, and they have partnered with largely because they recognize that they couldn't compete with their derivatives offering. And equally, they recognize that they couldn't compete with our spot offering. So strategic partnership where we share liquidity and can cross-pollinate clients was ultimately beneficial to both parties. And the fact that the clients, all of our clients, can do foreign exchange, fiat on and off-ramp, crypto to crypto, all under one roof at Definity makes our offering very unique to the current landscape. Other companies connected are CustodyX, Chainalysis, Axion AI, and you'll see why that's super important later, and Super Oracles. Now, what are some of the relationships that Definity have? Well, one is DMA Link. Now, both are wholly owned subsidiaries of Topco 1 Gamma. DMA Link will be responsible for the trading of foreign exchanges and precious metals, while Definity will focus on the institutional crypto and fiat on and off ramps. It is well known in business that it's far easier to cross-sell new products to existing customers than it is to secure new customers in general. This is because the commercial relationship and trust between the two parties is already established. DMA Link already has many of the largest funds and banks as clients. With these commercial relationships already embedded, the team is now looking to expand their offering to these clients through Definity. Manu Chowdhury has been on the podcast a couple of times. He is the CEO and he's a serial entrepreneur, been in banking for 20 years before he came into crypto. Despite how young he looks, he does have that much experience. Now let's talk about tech stack. The team at Definity have created a world-first hybrid DEX trading model that allows institutions to trade crypto at lightning fast speeds while minimizing counterparty and custody risks. This has been achieved by separating asset custody from trade execution. Definity is not an exchange. Definity does not take custody of either crypto or fiat. The custody of fiat is with the European Investment Bank. Crypto custody is either self-custody on Fireblocks or via an accredited custodian such as BNY Mellon. For those that don't know, BNY Mellon is a global financial service company that oversees nearly 50 trillion, managing it, moving it, and keeping it safe. Not a bad partner. And to be associated with Fireblocks is no small feat. Currently, the average person on Fireblocks, or the average market cap for a lot of tokens, are around 200 million. Definity has less than $10 million market cap. So I think Fireblocks can see what we see. And what do I see? Oh, this would be such a great time for a Cinnamon Toast Crunch reference. Anyway, part of the fund that I run has a large amount of Definity. We have a significant holding because I see that institutions will want to get Definity. Institutions in general want to get into crypto, but they can't easily access the market. They don't trust the exchanges and consider there to be too much risk involved with sending significant funds to a centralized exchange. Moreover, Since the FTX collapse, most of the fund managers have been told by their asset allocators that they can only work with investment-grade counterparties. Currently, there are no crypto exchanges or execution venues that have a Moody's, S&P, or Fitch credit rating. However, Definity's partner bank has an investment-grade credit rating of AA-. This makes Definity the world's first crypto execution venue operating through an investment-grade credit rating. Definity has created a unique custody-agnostic ecosystem where institutions can keep their funds, their fiat cash, with the European Investment Bank and be able to trade within 20 milliseconds of making that deposit. That's faster than people can get their phone out of their pocket and turn it on. They can then deposit their crypto to the chosen institutional-grade custodian or self-custody on Fireblocks and still trade with zero counterparty risk. Definity is very much like Amazon in that way, where they can take a small fee for every transaction, but is not party to either of the transactions. Now, what are some market opportunities? Definity's two main target markets are institutional crypto trading and fiat on and off for crypto-native firms. The huge advantage of these two markets compared with Forex trading is that the profit margins. Institutional foreign exchange has very tight margins. Again, like I said, thinner than Kate Moss on a juice diet. However, crypto, fiat, and on and off ramp both have margins that are 25 times larger. But even with these margins, Definity is still one of the most competitive execution venues in the entire world. Institutional crypto trading is becoming a big deal and is widely considered to be the main driver of the 2024 bull market. Since the launch of Bitcoin ETFs in the USA in January, it's clear that the institutional acceptance of crypto has arrived. So there are huge sums of money that are waiting for the opportunity to enter. And this is just before the rates are lowered. As the rates are lowered, you're going to see trillions of dollars that are sitting on the side just absolutely rip into the market. Now, ETFs provide one entry point. Definity will provide another through crypto spot trading. Fiat on and off ramp is another huge market opportunity. Many crypto native businesses have struggled with losing their banking partner and so losing the ability to do the fiat on and off ramp. This has been due to either bank closures such as Signature Bank, Silicon Valley Bank, Silvergate Bank, or banks withdrawing their services such as PaySafe or Binance. Definity will be able to fill this market gap due to its banking partners. The electronic trading is live as of January of 2024. Over 40 customers onboarded and a pipeline of an additional 80 customers are waiting to use the platform. The volume grows by 50% every single month, and that's been true for every month this year. The regulatory landscape is different. Definity currently does business out of Mauritius and is currently applying for a VASP, a Virtual Asset Service Provider license in Jersey. Both of these jurisdictions adhere to AMLD5. Now, they've been applying for this for a couple of months now. We don't know when that'll be accepted. When it is, that's going to be a very big deal because the AMLD5 EU directive has been in effect since January of 2020. It's designed to strengthen the EU's anti-money laundering and counter-finance of terrorism regime. And again, Definity has already applied for this license. Anyone else that wants to go in and try, they're welcome to. Get in line. Now, most of Definity's potential rivals are doing business from jurisdictions that do not adhere to this AMLD5 license, such as Cayman Islands, BVI, Bermuda, UAE, etc. This means that none of these competitors can get any type of partnership with European banks, giving Definity a huge competitive advantage. In addition to the Financial Action Task Force, or FATF, have placed Gibraltar, Cayman Islands, BVI, Bermuda, and the UAE on the gray list. The FATF is an intergovernmental organization founded in 1989 on the initiative of the G7 to develop policies to combat money laundering globally. Again, Definity has separated themselves in a big, big way here. Now, there's other future products to talk about as well, such as crypto repo. The repo, or the repurchase agreement market, is one of the largest in the world with a daily volume of 2 to 4 trillion. At the same time, the crypto borrowing and lending market is growing rapidly, reaching 54.9 billion total value locked in October of 2023, which is up from 1.7 billion in early 2021. It's even greater now. Now, synergizing these two markets by enabling Bitcoin to be used as collateral within the existing repo market infrastructure would be beneficial for all parties. It could bring massive amounts of liquidity into the crypto market. For example, pension funds being able to gain exposure to the crypto market without ever having to touch Bitcoin directly. This huge increase in liquidity would improve market efficiency dramatically, allowing easier and more capital-efficient access to short-term fiat loans for firms holding Bitcoin. Definity is currently in talks with some of the major custodian banks to implement this new product. They expect it to begin in September of 2024. We'll see if they can do it sooner. Now, there are some secondary products to talk about as well. As well as the core offerings of crypto trading, fiat on and off ramp, and Forex, and Definity has also additional products that it offers to its clients. One of these is called the anomaly detector. Remember I was talking about Axion AI before? The anomaly detector has been developed in partnership with Axion AI, a European fintech with expertise in deep learning AI for asset management and trading firms. Anomaly detection is used to automatically predict unusual behaviors in asset prices, which may be the result of undisclosed new information, ripple effects from correlated assets, or structural breaks in assets' behavior versus the broader market. The anomaly detector is already being used successfully by multiple funds. It has proven extremely valid to monitor crypto market data and generate early warnings. Now there's market making as well. The same AI agents that have been developed for the anomaly detector can also be put to use for market making. They're very effective at outmaneuvering sniping bots, and it's only going to get better. Now there's institutional grade crypto custody as well. Dfinity is working with partner CustodyX to offer institutional grade crypto custody solutions to its clients. But let's not forget everyone's favorite word, utility, and other favorite words, buybacks and burns. Now, the variable percentage of profits of the entire group will, at random intervals, be used for Dfinity buybacks and burns. Whilst amounts are undisclosed, it will be visible on the respective blockchain. Again, blockchain shows all. Frequency is at random and the amounts variable in order to ensure that Dfinity maintains its status as a utility token and avoid it ever becoming something akin to a synthetic fixed income product, which may be construed as a potential security in the eyes of regulators. The first burn was completed on December 1st in 2023, and there's been multiple burns since then. Sometimes we even make games out of it over in the Telegram group. But that's not the only thing. There's discounted on trading fees. There are two ways in which institutions can benefit from a reduction in fees through Dfinity based on how they choose to pay those fees. Either fees are included in the bid-offer spread, in which case institutions can hold Dfinity to get discounted trading fees. This is expected to be between $200,000 and $500,000 per fund. Now, somebody the other day bought about $30,000 of Dfinity, pumped it like 25%. Now consider the fact that institutions could be required to purchase 10 times that amount to acquire the trading discount. And that's only one institution. There's only one outcome in such events, and that is for the Dfinity price to rise to compensate for the increase in demand. And again, because me and my fund hold a significant amount, it's going to be hard to get it from the open market. Will cause a squeeze. Now, alternatively for these funds, they can choose to be invoiced monthly. In this case, they can receive a 20% discount on the invoice if they elect to pay with Dfinity rather than fiat currency. And guess what happens to that Dfinity? It'll be burned. Once it's burned, it's removed from the circulating supply, never to be seen again. And you also have access to the anomaly detector. Institutions are invoiced monthly for access to the anomaly detector, and they will receive that same 20% discount on the invoice if they elect to pay with Dfinity rather than fiat currency. And guess what happens to that Dfinity? It'll be burned. Dfinity holders can gain access to the anomaly detector by holding or staking Dfinity through Dfinity Stats website. That can be found on their website. I could just link that down below. For decentralized exchanges, you can get them on Uniswap and PancakeSwap, or even Coinbase Wallet by swapping ETH. They just use an aggregator for them. The centralized exchanges are currently available on MEXC. Now, Dfinity will also be listing on EU-regulated centralized exchanges, one trading in Q3 of 2024. And again, they are still waiting for that Jersey license. When is that going to be announced? I don't know, but I can tell you one thing. Once they announce that, nothing will ever be the same. Then a bunch of other partnerships that are likely waiting for that to be announced can come through as well. I will say this. Many of you guys know me as Mr. Vivi. I have the number 41 logo. I have all different types of OMI, whether it's OMI on GoChain, OMI on ERC20. I think there's a Polygon version of OMI that I own, what have you. That is my biggest position. My second biggest position is Dfinity. And again, Dfinity sponsors this channel. But I don't like Dfinity just because they sponsor this channel. They sponsor this channel because I like Dfinity. They have real revenues, and it's only going to get bigger. This is why I believe they can do a 1000x from here. Could they do more than that? Sure. Could they essentially do less than that? 100 to 300x? Also sure. But again, this is one of those things that potentially could do 1000x, which right now, they're not a 10, they're like a $9 million market cap, but let's say they're 10. Let's, make the math easy. Going to 10 billion seems like a lot, and it is. But in this bull market where things, they maybe should be valued at 3 to 5 billion. Well, in the bull market, things go where they shouldn't go. 10, 20, even 30 billion is not out of the question. That is not outside the realm of possibility for someone like this. And again, this is just my financial analysis, but not financial advice. I love you all. Class dismissed. Bye, guys.